Good morning to you. Well, here we are, Grayson and I. We've had our walks, got my coffee. I wanted to talk with you about something. I talk a lot about habits. So much of our life is made up of habits. Even something like walking and talking and turning on and off the light or cooking or driving. A lot of that happens, as you might say, on autopilot. What I mean is, you develop ways of doing things, and in order to leave room, the way you're created to leave room in your brain so you can think about other things. For example, while you're driving, oh, wait, somebody's walking out in the street, step on the brakes, whatever. You don't have to think after you first learn to drive, how to steer the wheel. And, I remember when I was first learning to drive, I had a problem. I would make a turn and I didn't understand, how far to turn the steering wheel back the other way to be going straight again. I'd be going too much this way or too much that way, depending on which way I turned. But eventually I learned to do that. Now I don't even have to think about it. It's like an unconscious habit, okay? When I say habit, you can also substitute the word like pattern, a pattern of thinking, a way of doing things. So something that I want to point out that I became aware of recently is some people have a habit of self-criticism. In other words, you don't need somebody else to say something negative to you because you're already saying it to yourself in your head. Do you ever, if you make a mistake or maybe even you trip over something and stumble and you say to yourself, stupid, clumsy, something like that. Or, yep, of course, I've tried this before. Of course, I still can't do it. Do you ever have thoughts like that? Or maybe you put something on, to wear and you look at it and you go, nah, it's okay. It's all right. And you don't say, oh, you look nice. Do you smile at yourself in the mirror or do you not even do that? I smile at myself in the mirror. It cheers me up. But anyway, having a habit, I was once house sitting for someone and they lived on this long dirt road. And everybody went in a certain way and there were kind of ruts worn in the road, where everybody's tires were. So when you're driving along, your tires have a tendency to want to, go along in those ruts. That's how a habit is, even a way of thinking. It just kind of naturally, takes that pathway. So what you want to do is make new pathways, right? You don't have to just fall into the same rut all the time. So, I'm a health coach, and one of the things that my program does is it helps you to change. Now, it helps you to change your habits. And you may say, no, I'm not good at that kind of thing. You know what? The method that you have used to try to change habits in the past very likely is at fault. Not you, but the method you used. Okay, like for example, when somebody gives you directions of how to get to a certain location and they told you to, turn right instead of turning left, and you end up getting lost and you call them up, and they say, okay, when you got to the Amoco gas station, did you turn left? No, I have it written right down here. You told me to turn right. Oh my gosh, no, I'm sorry, you should have turned left. Well, in a situation like that, you don't go, oh, I'm so stupid. You go, they gave me the wrong directions. Well, a lot of people try to make changes in their life, by, making some big decision like, I'm going to join a gym. I'm starting a diet. I'm, whatever it is. I need to get up earlier. I'm going to get up 2 hours earlier and get all kinds of things done that I don't get done normally. I've been going to bed at midnight. I need to get 8 hours sleep. I get up at 6 in the morning. I'm going to go to bed at 10 o'clock from now on. I'm going to set an alarm, and when that alarm goes off, I am in the bed. You know what? We're not built that way. That method of making changes in our lives does not work well. Yeah, some people can do it. Most people, maybe they do it for a little while, but then it sort of fizzles out because it's too much at one time, okay? So like in my Healthy Lifestyle program, we teach you to make small changes in smart, proven ways so that those ruts that have been worn in your life can be changed over so that you're going in another direction and you kind of wear in ruts that are going in a better direction. Good ruts. So, okay, I'll give you an example of a small habit. So I use, it's part of my Healthy Lifestyle program, which I am on also. I have a structured journal. It's a health journal that I'm supposed to use if I want to keep up with things, and not slide into those old ruts. So, and I keep saying, oh yeah, I'm going to do it. And I even put it, where I could get to it, because at first I didn't even know where it was. And then I put it where I could get to it. I wasn't doing it. And I was talking with my health coach, and she said, that's one of the things my program gives you, a health coach, to guide you and help you have some personal accountability. So she said, so are you doing at least a page in your life book every day? And I said, well, no. And she said, okay, look, every day, like, how about right before you go to bed, do just one page in your life book. And I said, I cannot do that before I go to bed. It'll stimulate too much thought, and I need to wind down. And I said, but every morning I do have coffee. And I can put my book right next to the coffee machine, and I can do one page. And she said, and if you want to do more than one, it's okay. And I said, oh no, I know myself. If I do, say, 2 pages, the next day, I'm the kind of person that's likely to say, oh, well, I did 2 yesterday, so I don't have to do one today. The point is to form a good habit, okay, of reflecting and keeping track of my health and thinking about my life and, having a growth mindset, being open to new ways of doing things. And it's going to help me if I do that every day. Okay? There are a lot of things, we kind of think, okay, if I do a bunch of this today, then I don't have to do it for the next few days. But if we want to build a good habit, it's good to do it on a regular, recurring, frequent basis. So, I said, I will do 1 page a day. I will link it with my having coffee, because coffee is something that I do every day. So I'm linking this habit that I need to install into my life in a better way with having the coffee. So when I, go to make my coffee, there's the book. Okay, need to do a page in the book. It makes it easy for me. And I know other people that have done this, and doing their book has just, become a habit. It's just like a natural part of life. So that's a little bit about putting small habits into your life to make, they add up to big changes. So let's say, instead of saying, okay, I'm going to go to bed at 10 instead of midnight. You know what? Tonight, maybe set your alarm to go to bed 10 or 15 minutes before midnight. And add on maybe 5 minutes a night. Make small changes, and eventually, you'll get to where you want to go. Making some major decision. I'm going to join a gym. Well, you know what? Maybe, is there something that you can start doing a little bit more of to get a little more active at first, like maybe park further away when you go to the market, or stand up more. You know that standing up uses more calories than sitting down? It does. Anyway, in my program, my Healthy Lifestyle program, we teach you and help you to install in your life all kinds of healthy little habits that add up to big changes. And listen here, if you find that you're criticizing yourself when you have a critical thought, go look in the mirror and say, stop that. You can do this. You're not stupid. You're not clumsy. So you tripped over something. That happens to people. That doesn't make you, clumsy. And people make mistakes. You're not stupid. Okay? So have a little discussion with yourself and be reasonable. Don't let those critical thoughts just keep on rolling around in your mind. Okay? I've gone on long enough. Make some good choices today and start with something small. And as you master it, add in something else small.